This video is sponsored by the Coldest water. They make very high quality water bottles, but it's not just water. These are also for coffee. They've got mugs. They've got giant, huge jugs that you would take to the beach or camping, something like that. And they've got smaller bottles that you might cycle with or drink out of at home. I do cycle a fair bit, but I find myself using this most of the time actually just at home instead of having to get up and out of my office every 20 minutes to refill my cup. So these are very nice products. They keep your water cold longer. They keep your coffee warm longer. And with code UC10, you get 10% off your entire order. Check them out, support the channel, and thanks for watching. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unqualified Critics. In this video, I want to give you a quick update on two things. The Mortal Kombat Superb Combo, which is going to be launching on April 23, so just a couple days from recording this video. We don't know the price yet, but we'll take a look at that. And the arcade control panel for the Legends Pinball, making that machine even more versatile, but it comes at a price. Let's take a look at this. So first off, for the Mortal Kombat Superb Combo, I'm glad they're re-releasing this, especially because the Midway Legacy cabinet has so many design issues. In my opinion, they're issues. Some people have bought it and they've had no problems with these design changes. And for the record, the design changes, basically in a nutshell, the control panel sits slightly lower, I think about half an inch from the photos I've seen. The control panel effectively is a little narrower because you've got these ridges on the side instead of the control panel being completely flush end to end. It almost feels like they've regressed in their design a little bit for the Mortal Kombat or Midway or Capcom Legacy cabinets. This does not apply to the Namco or Atari Legacy cabinets because those are one player. But when it's two player and you're standing off to the side, that's when you might feel a little cramped. They also have a almost completely vertical screen. So those are issues. They may be outweighed for you by the fact that it's a $400 package and you're getting a lot of great games. But if you're not in that camp, this is a chance to buy the Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet, which has been available for a while, but with the really nice looking riser that I think debuted originally at Costco maybe or Sam's Club. At the time, it had a light up marquee in that bundled package with the riser. It's not clear that this has the light up marquee, and I'm actually guessing it doesn't because the description doesn't mention it and the photos don't show it on. So probably not a light up marquee, which I think is unfortunate. And then it comes with a stool. Stool, some of you may or may not want, but you know, it looks nice. It's a good package. If the price is reasonable, then this could be great. If this is, you know, $349, this should probably be a pretty good value. If it's $399, then you got to debate if you'd rather switch over to the Legacy. If it's more than $399, I think they're going to have problems selling this unless it's a small number, which it might be. If this is 100 or 200 or maybe 300 machines, they could probably sell this all the way up at $449 pretty fast. But if it's a lot more than that, you know, they would have issues. I would hope that this comes in on the lower side of this price point. And here's why. They didn't actually redesign this cabinet. If you guys remember the Wave 3 arcade one-ups, like the Marvel Superheroes would be one of my Wave 3 cabinets. I think in some ways they perfected the basic arcade one-up design. Now then later they got into custom designs like Burger King and stuff. But for the basic template design, they really perfected it. I mean, the monitors recess nicely back into the cabinet. You've got stereo sound, which you're not going to get here. And you've got a later generation monitor that just overall is a little more vibrant to look at. Here, I'm assuming these are cabinets that were built a year or two ago. And so I'm assuming they're going to have that Wave 1 level monitor, that they're going to have that Wave 1 level single speaker, because there's no indication that anything has changed here other than they're bundling it with the stool. So hope the price is right. What I really wish they had done is actually redesign this and given us the Marvel Superheroes cabinet, or more recently the MVC cabinet, X-Men Street Fighter, whatever, but with Mortal Kombat. That's what we really need. I don't know why we're not getting that. But again, I think they probably just had some extra inventory to sell, and this is kind of a cool way to do it. So check this out. There may not be many of these, and they may go quickly. All right, next up, I want to talk about the drop-in arcade control panel for the Legends Pinball. If you have the Legends Pinball, this is an opportunity to really make it an extremely versatile machine. Now, this isn't a new idea. People have been building and selling virtual pinball machines for years, not in like a corporate way like AtGames or Arcade One Up, but just sort of a small business way. And it's very common to have one of these control panels with, well, a single player set of controls, so you could also play arcade games. I've even seen ones with 2-player sets of controls, so you could play Street Fighter on this thing. Kind of weird, maybe a little cramped, but whatever. I think it's makes sense to me that they went with a one-player control panel, but who is this really for? Because if you have the Legends Pinball, which is, you know, a fairly premium $600 device, I think there's a really good chance you have other arcade machines in your house. And it might even be the Legends Ultimate, which is going to be a lot more versatile than this. However, if you're short on space or if you're short on cash, and it's either buy this and a Legends Ultimate or buy the Legends Pinball and buy the drop-in control panel, well, on one hand, you're saving yourself a couple $100. Now, it's obviously only one-player controls, but you are getting a trackball and you are getting 8 buttons. So there's a lot you can do with this. Also, notably, the playfield, it looks like, at least from these photos, and you never know with these early photos if stuff will change. The guy is playing on the main playfield of the cabinet, not back up in the back box. That might seem obvious to you guys. I just know the ones I've seen that people build and sell themselves would have the playfield be in the back box. So you get a normal horizontal 4x3 style playfield. Now, maybe this gives you the options. I mean, how cool would that be if you could play 4x3 games up in the back box and vertical games down the main playfield? And knowing AtGames, they're big into giving you options, sometimes to their own detriment because it's also complicated. But I wouldn't be surprised if they introduced that option either right away or down the road. And I would like to see that. I think that'd be nice. But for $200, this does seem a little steep. I mean, you're only getting one player set of controls. Trackball, you can get a good trackball for, I think, 30 or 40 bucks. You're getting 8 buttons. You're getting 1 joystick. Not terrible by any means, but 200 bucks plus shipping. I would have really liked to have seen this at 150. But at the same time, I get it, because if this is too cheap, you know, maybe they cannibalize the Legends Ultimate. Maybe people who would have otherwise bought the Legends Ultimate can buy this. It can now do everything the Legends Ultimate can do except spinners and except 2-player play, which not everyone cares about those things. And of course, AtGames has their new control pad that you can buy. I'm not big on that. I don't really like playing arcade games with a normal control pad. I could do that on my Xbox all day long or my PC. But again, it's options, and I do appreciate they're doing that because I know some of you do like to play with controllers. And it could be a cool way to introduce 2-player play with something like this or the Legends Gamer Mini. So I'm excited to see the Legends ecosystem continue to evolve. I know I've been a detractor on AtGames on some things, and they do some stuff that kind of, I scratch my head. But stuff like this is awesome. This is a win for consumers, assuming you're cool with this price, 200 bucks plus shipping. Let me know what you think below. Are you going to buy this if you have the Legends Ultimate? The Legends Pinball? Or are you going to stick with arcade gaming on a dedicated arcade machine like the Legends Ultimate? Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Hey, consider hitting that join button to support the channel, and thanks so much for watching.